d5 is a solid move that takes control of the center after white's cautious first move. Bishop b2 puts the bishop on the long diagonal in a move called a fianchetto. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. This kicks a bishop. This moves the bishop to safety. This prepares the bishop for development. Right on target. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. Developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. Black develops the knight and attacks the center. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. After all captures, this is an equal trade. Recaptures. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong. This is not the right idea. This misses an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a bishop. There were worse moves, but also something much better. This overlooks a better way to recapture a piece. This misses an opportunity to castle kingside. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside because the king is further from the. This is not the right idea. This threatens to kick a bishop. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. This kicks a knight. This move puts the knight on a safer square. This threatens to eventually win material. Black develops further. Very precise. This threatens to win material through a tactic. The knight is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This blocks an attack on a pawn. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is an equal trade. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is an equal trade. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This overlooks an opportunity to connect rooks. This threatens to play checkmate. This is the only good move. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This threatens to tactically win a bishop. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Recaptures. The bishop is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This misses a better way to move a bishop to safety. This is the only move that works. This wins time by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. This moves the rook to safety. This forces the opponent to get an isolated pawn on a semi-open file. Takes back. This misses an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. This overlooks a better way to move a bishop to safety. This threatens to capture a bishop and win material after the follow-on trades. This stops the opponent from being able to tactically win a bishop. This overlooks an opportunity to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. There were worse moves, but also something much better. The bishop finds a new active square. This is the strongest option. This threatens to force a weak, isolated pawn. Right on target. White was worse off, but now they are in a losing position. This is the only move that works. Very precise. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is an equal trade. A solid choice. This evades the check from the rook. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the strongest option. This is a fair move. This is not the right idea. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. That's fine. Right on target. The rook is kicked by a pawn and must now move or be captured. This moves the rook to safety. This is the only good move. This blocks the check from an opposing rook. A good use of time, thinking and finding the only good move in the position. There were worse moves, but also something much better. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by pawns as it tries to promote. Very precise. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This puts the rook behind the other player's passed pawn, pushing a passed pawn. This threatens to eventually win a pawn. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it. This is the only good move. One of the best moves. This is the way to win a pawn. This is the strongest option. That pawn was free for the taking. Right on target. That was a free pawn. Very precise. This prevents the opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. A very strong play. A solid choice. This is the strongest option. One of the best moves. A very strong play. Right on target. A solid choice. Very precise. One of the best moves. A very strong play. A solid choice. One of the best moves. A very strong play. This steps away from the checking pawn. This is the strongest option. Right on target. This steps away from the checking rook. Very precise. This makes a passed pawn. This is the strongest option. Putting the piece on a blockade square. There was only one good move there. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This allows the opponent to eventually win a pawn. Now white can't stop black from winning a pawn if they make the right moves.